All right, so let's get these flashcards going. Okay, so I'm glad I can't get rid of that. Okay, there we go. Flashcards. Okay, so first you should know all of these interrogative words because they're in every single question, right? They're question words. So I'm going to let you pause the video if you need to review them. There's little sample sentences right here. There's a nice little image that goes with it. These are the same ones that are on the poster in my classroom. And then you can see it right here. If you just plug key in there, it goes right there in the blank. So, ¿quién es tu maestra de arte? Who is your art teacher? And so on. So I'll let you pause the video and look at this if you'd like to, but I'm going to move on. Okay, so ¿cuál quehacer no te gusta hacer? Excuse me, ¿cuál quehacer no te gusta y por qué? So what is it asking? First of all, what's important is it's a reflexive, it's a verb like gustar. So it's basically saying what chore does not please you and why. So the chore is doing the not pleasing, but you're the person not being pleased. So this is not going to change when you respond. It's going to stay gusta because the chore is still not pleasing you, but you're the one that's not pleased. So it's going to go from te to me. So I'm going to say no me gusta and then the chore and a reason I don't like it. Now, if you use nada right before the verb, um, not before the gusta, but the infinitive, then it's like you're saying, I don't like to do it at all. So, for example, I don't like to clean the floors. So I would say, no me gusta limpiar el piso porque me duelen las rodillas. So that is, I told you I don't like to clean the floors because it hurts my knees or my knees hurt me when I do that. I could also say I don't like to vacuum at all because it's really loud. So if I said that, this time I'm going to say nada because I'm saying I don't like to do it at all. So no me gusta nada pasar la aspiradora porque es muy, because I said it's very ruidoso, which is the word for loud. Okay? So those were two examples. No me gusta limpiar el piso porque me duelen las rodillas. Or no me gusta nada pasar la aspiradora porque es muy ruidosa. Ruidoso. Okay, moving on. Question 2. ¿A qué hora te acuestas por los fines de semana? So what is this asking? ¿A qué hora, which hopefully you know means at what hour, do you go to bed? That's what te acuestas. Por los fines de semana, of course, means on the weekends. There it is. Okay. Just in general, what time do you go to bed on the weekends? So again, this is not again, but for the first time tonight, this is a reflexive verb, which is what we've been working on in class. So te acuestas is saying what time do you put yourself to bed? Okay, so it's going to change from te to me because I'm being put to bed, and then acuesto, it's going to end in an O because I'm the one putting myself to bed, right? And then I'm going to keep the same por los fines de semana on my end of my sentence. So here we go. By the way, when I talk about times, so when I want to say at and then whatever time, I'm going to say a la for any time that happens in the 1 o'clock hour or a las for any other time of the day. Okay? So my choices of AM or PM are de la mañana for AM, and for PM I've got de la tarde and de la noche. De la tarde is like afternoon, usually that's until like 6 or 7, and then anything else would be de la noche. There's another one that people say, and it's like the just very, very late night, early morning sound to it, and that's de la madrugada. So you could say, like, if I go to bed at like 1:30 on the weekends or 2:30 on the weekends in the morning, then I could say, usualmente me acuesto a las, because I'm going to do 2 o'clock, dos de la madrugada. That means I go to bed at 2 in the early morning, late evening. Okay? Moving right along. And that's, sorry, hour number. I could have said usualmente, if again, I don't have to have usualmente, but usualmente me acuesto a la 1:30 de la noche or de la madrugada. Do you get what I'm saying? So hour number, I would have minutes there as well if I wanted to mention that, but really easy answer is just 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whatever. All right, ¿qué tienes que hacer hoy? So, first of all, we need to review the verb tener. The yo form, it's an irregular yo form verb, a go verb, is tengo. But then the rest of it is like a boot verb. It's a stem changer right here, and then it's regular right there, of course. Now, the only ones that really matter to us right now are tengo and tienes, because you hear tienes in the question, and that lets you know I'm asking you about yourself, and then of course you're going to answer me in the yo form, which is the tengo form, right? Tener, by the way, means to have, okay? In this case, I'm saying, what do you have to do today? So it's to have to. Don't forget that tener que counts as a conjugated verb. So whatever I put right after it is going to stay in its infinitive form. Now, hacer means to make or to do. In this case, it makes more sense. What do you have to do today? All right, next slide. So it's like saying, what do you have to do today? Hoy, right? All right. So I'm going to say, yo tengo que. So when I hear que tienes que hacer, yo tengo que, period, no matter what. And then what I'd like to hear from you is two verbs in the infinitive separated by a comma or whatever, and then hoy. So, ¿qué tienes que hacer hoy? Yo tengo que calificar papeles. I have to grade papers. Or, yo tengo que estudiar y cocinar. I have to study and cook. Yo tengo que jugar fútbol americano y estudiar. That's it. And I could also say hoy at the end of that. Yo tengo que jugar fútbol americano y estudiar hoy. Next one. ¿Qué quieres hacer este fin de semana? So, ¿qué is what? Hopefully you know that. ¿Quieres hacer? Quieres is from the verb querer, that's to want. We already know hacer is to do. And then este fin de semana is this weekend. So, querer, there's the conjugations of it. Again, the only ones that are really kind of important to us right now is that you heard me say, ¿qué quieres hacer? So you're going to answer me, yo quiero, or just quiero. There you go. Querer is to want. So, ¿qué quieres hacer este fin de semana? ¿Qué quieres hacer this fin de semana? ¿Qué quieres hacer this weekend? And the answer that I would give you back is quiero, two verbs, followed by separated by the I, should be in a larger font, but quiero dormir y cocinar con person you want to participate in the above activities with. So I'm going to say quiero dormir y limpiar, or cocinar, sorry, con mi familia. That also works. Este fin de semana. I could say, quiero ir al centro comercial y ver una película con Melissa este fin de semana. And that just said, I want to go to the mall and see a movie with Melissa this weekend. Number 5, ¿cuántos años tienes? So this is asking, how many years do you have? AKA, how old are you? But this is how it works. It's using tener again, so I got to make sure I conjugate tener correctly. So if I say, ¿cuántos años tienes? You're going to say, yo tengo. And then you just need to say how many years old you are. And then años. Be very careful and pronounce the ñ. Otherwise, you're saying a completely different word, and that's just awkward. So, ¿cuántos años tienes? Yo tengo 40 años, but I'm 40 and y'all are not. So your answer would be something like, yo tengo 14 años. Yo tengo 15 años. Yo tengo 16 años. Those are the answers I would probably hear from you, depending on 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Cuando is the interrogative word for when. Sorry, it's the Spanish word for the interrogative word when. And it says to. We've been practicing possessive adjectives. So when is your birthday? So my birthday is on a certain day. So it's not going to, S is not going to change. What's going to change is that it's my birthday. So mi cumpleaños es, and then whatever. These are the months of the year. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. So those are all the different months of the year, and that hopefully those pronunciations will help you. So, mi cumpleaños es el, you're always going to put el, okay? And you're going to say whatever number of the month your birthday is. So my birthday is February 20th. So I would say el 20, right? If your birthday was the first of the month, though, you actually say primer. But every other day of the month, you say whatever number. So el 2, el 14, el 15, el 21, el 28, el 30, el 13, whatever. So mi cumpleaños es el 20 de febrero, but you need to answer with your birthday. Like my son would say, mi cumpleaños es el 3 de septiembre, and so on. ¿Qué fecha es hoy? So that's saying what date is today, okay? So pretty easy. And a lot of these, and you're going to need to go back in the video and watch because I should have said it earlier. But basically, a lot of these questions you answer backwards. So, ¿qué fecha es hoy? Hoy es, and then you say the date, okay? And if we go back to ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Mi cumpleaños es. Do you see how I can get a lot of my answer from the question? Don't forget that because that helps you kind of stay on track. So it's going to be very similar. I'm just going to say hoy es because that's saying today is. Again, it's always el. And then the same thing is for birthdays. Any day of the month except for primer and then de the month. So for instance, today is September 20th. So I'd say hoy es el 20 de septiembre. That is not the right answer tomorrow. The right answer tomorrow is hoy es el 21 de septiembre. If it were Christmas Eve, it would be hoy es el 24 de diciembre. Okay, if it was the first day of the year, it would be hoy es el primer de enero. ¿Qué día es hoy? So ¿qué fecha es hoy is what date, date is it? ¿Qué día es hoy is what day is today. So now I want to answer you with a day of the week. So it's going to be very similar again, though. I'm going to work backwards. Okay, so hoy es whatever. And then I'm just going to say the day of the week. And I'm running out of time, so I'm going to let you pause this and look at it if you need to, but let me pronounce it real quick. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. So today, which is Thursday, I would say hoy es jueves. Tomorrow, Friday, I would say hoy es viernes. On Sunday, I would say hoy es domingo. Number 9, ¿qué hora es? So we're going to pull, and it's really asking what hour is it. So if it's 1 o'clock, you can use, sorry, es la. But only for 1 o'clock because that's the only time that there's only 1 hour involved, so I can use a singular form of the verb. For any other time of the day, I'm always going to say son las. So if you can't remember, the one thing that you want to always remember is it's son las. The odds are always in your favor that it's son las because only twice a day is it es la. Okay? So I'm going to answer right now. It is 8:59. So I'm going to say son las, the hour number, and then y, and then the minute, de la, and right now I'm going to say noche. Son las 8:59 de la noche. Or I could round it up, son las 9 de la noche. The last one is ¿quién es tu mejor amigo? Again, who is your best friend? Now, boy or girl is going to change that to amigo or amiga, okay? But again, hardly anything is going to change. I'm just going to change this to mi mejor amigo es Francisco, that's my husband, or mi mejor amiga es Julie. That's it.